Hey everybody, how's it going? Back here once again to play some games. This time, we've returned to the world of American Truck Simulator, the ideal version of America at the moment. And this time they've added new DLC, as you can see over here. Louisiana is their newest DLC. As we have, I might as well show you the map so you can see what the map looks like here at the end of 2025. I think I can zoom out all the way. Oh, most of the way. But we have a good half of the country. I think I looked this up, the total space that all these states have. And we're well over half the country. I still can't get over all the way to the right to the East Coast, but I can see most of Florida. Louisiana, Illinois is another DLC. I think it's going to be the next one that comes out. And then they got South Dakota. So work our way south, north, and work on all these. And eventually get to Ohio over here, which is where I am at. And I'm excited for that. That's probably like 2 more years away, I think. Maybe 3. It'll be by the end of the decade. And then we start getting to all the small states up in like New England, and they may throw some of them together. I don't think they're going to charge, 12 bucks for Rhode Island or New Hampshire, Vermont, all those for how relatively small they are. But we got Louisiana, and every time they start or add a new state, they're basically like, hey, pick a city nearby, or you can pick any city, it doesn't really matter, but pick a city nearby, and it's like, Beaumont, there's Lufkin, Texarkana, El Dorado. I was like, I'll go Texarkana, so we'll make our way into, probably go to Shreveport, I assume our first job will be. But the events they have going on, I'll show you those right now, what we need to do with them. So, the Winterland event here, I'll just use my mouse now. We need to go to each of these. We'll take a job that will go to the Winterland. You only need to do, I guess 5 unique depots. So there's 5 locations. It should be the same map as they've had the last, I think, 2 years of this. We need to do at least 1 to each of these areas, and then 10 others. So we'll take jobs going into the Winterland. We'll go 1 into Louisiana, then we'll go from there to Winterland, and hopefully keep coming back to Louisiana. We'll see how that goes. So they describe like what each one is, which is explanatory for like 3 of these. Christmas market is a square market, okay. Town square market. Rudolph's Crafts is an arts craft shop, workshop. Snowy Peaks, you would think like a resort kind of thing, and yeah. North Star is their post office, and Marigold's is their chocolate factory. And that's about it. And they have the whole concept of snowflakes for every city in the U.S. You need to, for a city to receive 1 snowflake, you need to do 1,000 deliveries between it and Winterland. I think before it was just any job to those cities, so it could be from Freeport to St. Louis, and like those would get each one. So I think they're incentivizing you to keep going to Winterland, and so they want us to get 1,000 snowflakes for cities across all trucking territories. I forget if I think the way they're saying that, I think they also mean Euro Truck Simulator feeds into it as well. I could go to World of Trucks is their website, so that I could see specifically what they'll have all the numbers there. That's the Winterland event, and alongside it, Cruising Louisiana, which is their event for the new state, which they want us to deliver to each of the 10 cities. And then, I think we have to, as a community, drive 125,000 miles, or 201,168,000 kilometers. to or from any city in Louisiana. So we can kill two birds with one stone by doing Louisiana to Winterland and back and forth. So that should work out. We'll see. And the jobs need to be 100 miles each at minimum. So we'll browse contracts, start looking in. So we want to get something from Texarkana. Yeah, right there at Shreveport. $2,600. I don't really care too much about the money, but okay, I think it's just, we're gonna deliver some empty bottles. We would see, not showing any here. Huh? We should be able to see the ones that are Christmas, the Winterland themed. They would mention Rudolph's, crafts or whatever, but we'll do this. All right. Should be okay. It's locked up while it's loading. So yeah, this game is tough to run on my PC. My PC is going on 5 years old. I'd like to build a new one. Unfortunately, the RAM stuff is very spooky right now. Why is my button not working? Okay, that's working. I had my camera. So I used my Steam controller, the original Steam controller. I use for this because I can use the back buttons for the turns, as well as I have a pretty unique setup, I assume, where my triggers do brake and gas, as you would expect. Um, my L1, R1 are two of my most used camera positions. We're gonna pick up a thing over here. We'll try to get a few jobs done. It depends on how long. The Christmas Wonderland area is uh, not complicated to get around as long as we're not delivering anything too big. We should be okay. But we want to get into Louisiana first before we worry about anything. Audio's going to be fairly quiet at times. That's intended. I don't want to manage it too much. All right, so it's over here? Okay, these are all faced this way. And I have the Real Places mod from the workshop, Steam Workshop, on, so you will see real brands. They're not going to be realistic to the exact location. This game tries to give the feeling of how big these areas are, but they... Oh, shut up. There. But they do not have realistic scaling on that. I think it's like 1/20th. There we go, we got the trailer on. Give me a crash defense because I hit that other trailer, which... One, it's a trailer. What am I getting a ticket for? It's also $900 and I have $380,000. $900 is nothing. So it's whatever, ultimately. Wonder if these things can go down. The little arms there. Okay, so we want to go this way. The other thing, as I'm always kind of paying attention, is to my percentage covered for the world map. So we're at 35.74, which I believe has gone down because they added a bunch of new ones. I think it was up to 38 last I checked. Okay. We're good. Got headlights on, everything. I did take a nap. I was at red. Full red bed there. I don't think I can show you, but on the little mini map there, on top of that there's like a front facing truck. There's a gas pump there, and a bed. The bed determines your or shows you your stamina. I've made some adjustments to my visual settings, so this should run pretty smooth. showing it's jumping a little bit on FPS, but it's hitting in 50s for the most part. Um, but yeah, the bed was fully red, which means you hear a lot of yawning from your driver. So that was me setting my cruise control. For whatever reason, I think it's because I also have my headlights on the D-pad thing here, this thing. I have up and down set to, I think it's the head, I have the automatic headlights on, which doesn't really work the way that you would expect. Um, I think it's turning on when vehicles are showing up, when it's recognizing vehicles. And when it's recognized nobody there, it's turning on the brights kind of thing. So I think that's part of it. But also when I go up and down on this, it'll like mess with the headlights a little bit. I think it wants us some follow my little GPS here. I also have, there we go. My wipers are also on this side, so we'll deliver to Shreveport, which won't be too long. I think it's under. I think I was under 100 miles there for that job. I could double check here. Oh, it's not saying how long it was. That's a shame. Yeah, it's not saying how long this. Oh, 73. Okay, yeah. So we're not gonna get progress on this, which is fine. We'll we'll be able to deliver from Shreveport to another place. Just getting there is for part of the fun. So another thing with events when you're doing the contracts, the featured or whatever the network contracts, external contracts. That's right. They have a speed limit of 65 miles an hour. If you saw me driving beforehand, I could go 100 miles an hour, I think, without a trailer. Yeah, so it's flickering off and on. It's a little wonky, but it does what it's doing pretty decently. Now we're going over this big exit thing. Ooh. I had to turn off my cruise control. I had to brake because I was worried I was going to hit the thing. Okay, we're good. Yeah, this is my newest truck I've purchased. I just bought before the stream. I bought a new um whatever house, whatever garage. I was trying to remember what they called them here. Um, there's the McDonald's. So we want to get over here. Oh, come on. I'm a truck. Laws don't apply to me. I could turn that stuff off if I want. I have done that for events because I didn't want to get in trouble for breaking all the lights, running through all the lights and all that, but no. Here we are. Dropping off a DSV. But hey, we're in Shreveport, Louisiana. In the Bayou States. Alright, we're not gonna... I think I've done the one achievement they have for doing the fancy parking. So I don't need to do it anymore. I think it's just 10 it wants you to do. Not super hard, it's just really easy just to not do it. And boom, done. First job done. There we go. So yeah, I don't have the music on. Usually I'd have a radio on. but I'd like to avoid licensed music, and I did not get it set up. Some royalty-free music set up for that, so we'll continue. I'm on my way to level 34, so making progress. Wait, why's my dinosaur thing hanging out on the seat? I think there's a bug. I think it's a bug. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. That's a good bug. That thing's sitting on my back seat. Yeah, it's still sitting there. Okay. So yeah, we didn't get progress on anything here, which is to be expected. So, how are we doing on our percentages? All right, 35.8. Yeah, we basically went from here to here, so nothing too complicated. We'll go to the external contracts. We'll pick up a better job. All right. Here we go, Winterland. I feel like these aren't going to... Let's see. Yeah, that's not gonna work, is it? Because it's estimating them at like 50, 47, 52 miles jobs, so let's just go into Winterland. It doesn't mention, it should say a specific place, but am I supposed to find out when I get to the other side? But yeah, as you can see here, these cities are starting to work on them. They're getting their 1,000 things. I guess the blue ones are the ones that are done, which it'll mention like, oh, this one already is already completed. Do you want to drive here? And it's like, yeah, of course. I want to just deliver. So we'll take this one because this one gives us the most money, I guess. Yeah. It's like, why are you doing this? You're just doubling up. And it's like, I got my own stuff to do. I'm not worried about the community. This event's only been going on for so long, and there's already, like, multiple cities done, so... Okay, so we'll go pick that up. I need to drive around a little bit, because it's not seeing the rest of the... There we go. Yeah, we are 2 a.m. The nice thing with the Winterland style events is that my gas and my stamina are reset when you transfer between worlds. So I do not have to pay for gas for the duration of this event, as long as I'm going to Winterland. Alright, we're gonna go down the street here. This is what DSV. Discount shoe values. I don't know what that brand is. I know DSW's discount shoe warehouse where I usually get my shoes. Oh, these people had an accident. What if I help? No. I could do that. It'd be a waste of money. Not that I have to really worry about it. At McDonald's. Can't go into any of these areas. What else do we have around here? Oh, nothing. There's something down there, but I'm not going down there. I'll try to keep the camera stuff to a minimum, but you know, we're gonna hang out and have some holiday fun. So yeah, we're gonna go down here, and essentially when we pick it up, it's gonna tell us that we need to pick a portal to go to the Winterland area. So am I not gonna know which one I'm going to, or am I supposed to just pick one? Because that's not how that's been done in the past. So I'm curious. And yeah, this Winterland event does not last for too long. I think it's till the middle of January, so I have time to do all this. Okay, Vitro? Is that what that is? Vitro? I don't know all of the brands that are here. This looks like it's down here. Probably around the corner. If I had to guess. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was working today. Kind of being it's crazy because it's December 23rd, so people are dealing with all their Christmas things, and people get to be jerks during the holidays. They think their needs. So love the amazing thing here is like look at this art on the trailers. That's what all the Winterland trailers are going to look like, and it looks really good. I might take a screenshot of that because that looks real good. So yeah, the dinosaur thing, yeah, right there he is. For whatever reason, in the pause screen, it's flipping through here. I got the little car here that's hanging out. It's on top of my fridge. I only have two stickers, so I put all those stickers there, and I got my little frog buddy. And then what? I got the lunar lander there, a donkey, and is that something there? Or is that a bug? Or did I forget to put something? I also have a little cup holder here on the bottom, and I put two cups in there because if you got me a slot to put something, I'm putting something in there. So yeah, the events get you cosmetic stuff to put in here. So I have a number of like stuffed animals and such. I have a goat. Yeah, as you see here, it says set waypoint. It'd be nice to have an easier. Why did it bump me back? It was acting like I wasn't trying to do that. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna look for little snowflake things. There they, not snowflake. I guess these are more swirls. These are things. I think it only counts certain ones within the distance of your area. So I feel like I'm obligated to almost pick a. Yeah, it's still clipped in through there. Huh. That's weird. Let's set this one. See how it's gonna. Okay. We're gonna get a decent amount of new area here. Okay, I'm gonna go through here. We can watch the video. Every city, I think every city has a little video to watch that just shows notable points in there. What do you? Middle of the night. There's not much traffic in this game. For as much as a simulator, it doesn't really simulate real traffic, and I think there's mods for that. I don't know that you want real traffic because it'll make your job a lot harder versus the way this is, where it's like it's pretty chill for the most part. That should have ticked off. Um, Sorry, trying to look around a bit. We got a photo trophy coming up as well. Down to 25, I think it just said. Or we're gonna go. Yeah, because we're going down into a little city area. So it's like, oh, you can't speed that much. Like, try me. I live in a city area where it's 25 for most of the main city streets, and people go 35, 30, 35, unless a cop's around. Even sometimes the cops don't want to go that slow, which I know is for safety's sake, but it's also very, very slow. So yeah, we're gonna have a trophy thing to take a picture of here. I think there's supposed to be another thing here, but I don't. It must have. I don't know. Something must have happened. Oh, here it is. Off in the little thing over here. This is a very nice looking city, like a downtown kind of city thing. Oh, they're waiting for me. They're like, "Oh no, this jerk's activating the viewpoints." Okay, they figured it out. So yeah, it's gonna show Treeport, some other stuff going on here. It'll point out like, oh, here's the hotel. Oh, it's bugged out where it's showing my side view mirrors on here. All right, we'll skip it. This is buggy. Not like game-breaking buggy, but notably buggy. I don't really want to take pictures if it's gonna cover up chunks of it. But this is a really nice looking city, let's say. Big car garage, parking garage. Some bigger buildings here. I'm excited. So I don't know if they have a time frame they've set for it, but they're putting out a road trip DLC. I think it's supposed to be free for American Truck Simulator so that you can drive cars. And they've been talking about the license packs they have. Are we going to be able to see it? Okay, we are. So here in a sec, I'm going to pause it. Over to photo mode. It always focuses on the truck when I don't care. I think it's this thing, yeah. We're gonna go over here. Take a picture. There's a photo trophy. And that thing's gonna be marked off. Alright, we're good. And off we go. 2:50 a.m. Oh, I thought we were on the highway. What's going on here? Whereas I eat. Got 50-mile-an-hour speed limits. Yeah, the cities tend to have lower speed limits, which I don't know is not true here. Alright, we're gonna watch out because I think this thing's gonna go. Yeah, that's an exit, so go to East 70th Street. There's a lot of streets. I think our max here in Canton is like 40th, I think is the max numbered streets, where it stops counting and goes to regular names. Some of the light stuff here is I've got settings on how far lighting is activated. So if you see that, that's what that is. It's stuff to try to keep my performance looking decent. Oh. We had 3 lanes, but going back down to 2. And the other part is the automatic headlights are turn it off and on. Boom. And then I was not worried about. Okay, well. Alright. I guess we're not gonna get the 100 miles for the Louisiana stuff. Which is fine. That event's going for a while, so it should count with Winter Wonderland or the Winterland Wonderland. I think it's Winterland. Okay, we're gonna go this way. I mean, I could go down that way and take a right. Not what it's designed for. Yes, those snowy areas are the portals. Funny the way they look in this. Down to 1 lane, huh? Yeah, we're going off to this other one over here. That'll show you Wonderland. I have it on this stream. Winterland, okay. Because like I put it in the title this on the stream, so look at all this. We're okay. We're okay. Just don't turn right now. I'm gonna break everything. It's fine. 700 bucks. I'll pay that. As they say, what is it? If you can afford the fine, it's not a fine. It's attacks or something like that. I forget the cool, sophisticated version of that is, but basically, if you just pay, if your fine for something is so low that you can easily afford it, it's just a tax or something. I forget what that specific quote is. Yeah, we've gotten here, so it's now like, oh, what? Where's the Winterland portal? Like it's over here. Here we go. Look at that. They're just gonna have us do this. So we're just gonna pick where we go. This is not how it's been in the past. Which has been annoying when you're looking for specific places. So this is the only time they have snow in the game. I would love this to be a regular thing, but seasons they don't really have in this game. Okay, it's picked one of. It seems like it's picked an area for me to go to. It just says Winterland. So, are you not gonna know where it wants to go? So we're going to Christmas market. Okay. I wonder if this is from last year where it's marked off stuff. It's like I wouldn't have driven a lot of this side stuff. That'd be cool if that is. All right. So yeah, the snow changes the controls a bit. A little more slick and all that when you're going fast and trying to stop. Otherwise, it's and it should run better than the main map because it's pretty static. But as you can see, my gas is full and my stamina is low. Do they hide the locations you're going to? Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, that's a little sensor I have for when I get close to things. So yeah, we don't want to go too fast here. Otherwise, I'll lose control. I haven't crashed here. It's usually... Wait, what? Since when are there other vehicles here? Holy crap, they've changed a lot. Oh, jeez. There's never other vehicles on this map. Wow. It would be cool if this was like a multiplayer map. Every time you came over here, you saw other vehicles, other trucks, but there's other vehicles. This is different than last year. I'm pretty sure I did a stream last year. Last year or the year before, you could check from my other American Truck Simulator streams. But yeah. Now look at the tracks here. Yeah, there's other people driving around. This is new. Hey, here's like a little diner. Or wait. That's not a diner. I thought this was a diner. They've changed things. This place has changed. Been gone for a year and they've gone corporate. Okay, there's like a little, not a strip mall, but oh, it's people. Why are you hanging out in the snow? Why not stand on the sidewalk or something? Who would congregate in the unplowed areas? Yeah, also they never plow the streets here. It's always like this. But yeah, if you want to go to World of Trucks, you can probably find posts they have about designing the Winterland map. Also, it's daytime. I'm pretty sure it was always nighttime previously. This is wild. Sorry if I'm being like weird about this, but this is very different than it's usually been. All right, the Christmas market. I really love the look of this place. This is a really good map. The Halloween map they had was cool, but also I was gonna go to the right there. Yeah, there's like people. I think the only people you would see before was on the ice rink area. There's a cool like ice rink map. Oh, there we go. We got some cool music. Yeah, they don't have any fancy parking. Oh, this place is lively. This is amazing. This is better than ever. Wow. Holy crap. Ah. Oh, I want the other way. And there we go. I basically want to get this trailer pushed over a bit. They really ought to have a radio station for the Christmas music here. One, because this type of music is license free or royalty free. Maybe there is. Alright. That should be, yeah, one of the unique depots. I know Louisiana, yeah, it's not surprising. There is the radio. This all is... Sorry, all this stuff is going to be licensed. So these are like actual stations, some of which are set up for American Truck Simulator, but a lot of these are real stations. Wait, they got police broadcasts? What? We can just listen to the Jackson County. Seems odd. Yeah, I'm driving my truck and listening to the police radio. Wasaga County? Osage County? I don't know. Okay. I have music player stuff. You have to... The annoying thing is you can't set... Oh, it's locked up. I don't think it's gonna crash or anything. I don't think so. It didn't crash. No, okay. Yeah, these are some tracks I've purchased at Lincoln Park. The Bower Giraffe. I play on my own sometimes. This one doesn't seem to want to cooperate, so we'll just move on. Oh, I got an email. Oh, yeah. More special transport stuff. Okay. Let's get a job. Wait. We're up to... What? Where's the percentage? What is going on? Oh, because we're in this map. Oh, that's annoying. Well, the fact that these aren't... Okay. Sorry. It's showing in the icon here on the top left. No, this is going from Snowy Peaks or Rudolph's Crafts. I want Louisiana. Okay, so we got a New Orleans. There's one back to Shreveport. $54. So I could potentially get something that's longer, but DeRitter. That's Louisiana. Yeah, there we go. Fort Fourchon. 92. Huh. They managed to make sure all of them were below 100. That's wild. Okay. Well, since we're... Yeah, let's not make these super long, I guess. There we go. We gotta deliver something from Christmas market to Lowe's in New Orleans. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think also this one, let's see. I wish you could use the stick to scroll, but not today. This one ends February 8th for Louisiana, and the Winter Wonderland is January 11th. That's what I thought. Alright. Pick up something here. Oh. Well. There we go. There's like cars that are completely covered in snow and all that. Man, they've outdone themselves. Yeah, I don't think you're hearing as much of the music as I am. I could fix that. Options. I'll just get on the mouse. Audio. Like in-world music? Where would that be? It's in-game music. Truck noises, interior, exterior sounds. General urban sounds, nature. One way to find out is to turn one all the way up and see if that's the one. That seems like that might be it. I wouldn't mind having this as a station. Oh well. Weird. Select waypoint. Okay. Never mind. I have to go back to here, here. Pick one of the waypoints out of here. So what would be the easiest? Yeah, I'm probably just going to this one. I'm gonna set it up here. So go through a different area. Okay. Weird, it wasn't letting me go. There's no traffic lights or anything, so this is going to be interesting to see how traffic does in this. I've seen this place in the nighttime. It's really nice. Maybe there was daytime previously. I don't know. I feel like it was always nighttime. I could probably check my screenshots from last year. I feel like I would have still taken some screenshots of this area. Yeah, we're gonna be going uphill, so we might be slow. I didn't realize this was uphill. Now we got decent traction. I've definitely come in here with the wrong kind of truck and trailer, and end up trying to go up hills that my truck cannot go on. I mean, I'm going 25, almost 30 miles an hour now. Just pushing it. How far are they trying to... What are they trying to enforce speed limit on any of this? They seem like they might be, which is weird. They didn't... Again, there are no vehicles, so no cops or anything. What do the cops in Winterland even look like? I'm just coasting at this point because I'm going downhill, so slow down. Luckily, not much traffic, so that's good. I feel like you need that for this kind of map here. Yeah, since I think it was primarily in the nighttime before it. Also, the time would slow down, I think, here, so you would not progress it as much as you would if you just stayed in the real world. So it kind of led to some really interesting looks here. I think it's the same tractor design, or trailer design, sorry. Tractor, jeez. Yeah, we're speeding pretty good. And now we're going up a hill, so yeah, going back up that area that we went down as we came into this map. That was a rough time, so this is probably the easiest exit, I think, on the map. But maybe they changed something. We'll see. I'll take a screenshot. Oh, this just looks so nice. Even though I've turned down a bunch of stuff, it still looks really nice. Could definitely look better, but when I'm streaming, because of some frame rate issues in this game, it's fairly intensive on the graphics side for this PC. So I definitely would like to build a new PC and see where the hell that goes. See how this runs on that. There we go. Boom, travel through the world. To the real world. Rudolph's Crafts. Oh, yeah, so that was what I was looking for before. Okay, 3586. I've not been here, so yeah, this is definitely not going to count. So you can't. Seems like you cannot do both at the same time. At least not easily, which is a shame. But yeah, stamina and gas have been reset, so we're good. Speaking of gas, I need to get gas tomorrow. Before or after work, I don't know. I'll be going over to my parents' house for Christmas, which will be nice. So, gonna be a little. There's some stuff I'm not going to talk about, but things going on. It's not going to be as nice as it could be, but maybe we'll see if anything changes. But I'll be streaming tomorrow evening. I don't know about Thursday. Definitely not Friday. I'll be working. Um, so probably just streams this week, which is fine. They're limiting us. Baton Rouge and Hammond. Another McDonald's and an IHOP. I think that's what that is. Is that a Wawa or something? I don't know. That W is over there. Here we go. I'm mostly just assuming there's not going to be anybody there. Ooh, McDonald's truck, what? Take that down. Oh, because I have that up. You're going to hear all the ambient noise. That's funny. I just hear like birds going meow. Oh, that's not what that. I'll get on the shoulder here where no speed limits exist. Take down this McDonald's truck. See all the Big Macs in there. That's not good. That will be in the truck there. Ooh, nice big water tower there. Okay. I think we're gonna move over here. What the heck is that? Too many lanes on that on-ramp. New Orleans discovered. 2 of 8. There's 10 in this, so you don't even have to get to all the cities. Yeah, injured? Call that number. Kinda close. Well. Basically going over here and being like, what if I turn left again? Huh? What would happen? Nothing, because I'm going over to Lowe's. I was at the Superdome. Oh, that's awesome. I assume that's a photo trophy. Oh, we're dipping down to the 30s. Yeah, these new areas are really nice looking visually, and they're definitely going to cause probably some visual issues there, so, you know. Oh. Oh, caught on something. Need to take a wider turn. I also missed this thing. On the back side, okay. We got that. There we go. Much better. This could have been a Home Depot as well. Alright. There we go. I was worried. That was too far off. Pretty generous on that stuff. 74, yeah. We're not getting any Louisiana progress here, but at least see a bunch of the cities. So that'll be alright. Alright, 35 points. 8-9. I assume that's the Superdome. Alright, let's get some more. Go back to Winterland. There we go. Marigolds. That might be good. Or North Star. We could go there. Christmas food parcels. Okay, so they do have some different trailer designs. It seems similar to the previous ones, just different colors, I guess. Oh, that's 116 miles. That might be good for us. I mean, the reason the bigger cities get finished first on these kind of events is because there's more jobs to and from them. So that's kind of the catch there. Can we get out this way? No. Uh, I always hope that there is an exit on these, and it's not. Even on the GPS map there, it looks like there is. But there's not. Alright. Alright. Ooh. Sorry, I had to scratch my leg real quick. Okay. Tiring day. We're working tomorrow, so that'll be fine. I'll be back in plenty of time to do a stream. I don't know what else I would be doing. Um, what game I would do. Okay. So like, not a dump, like a sort of like metal, hopefully recycling thing, but I don't know. Okay, I see. We're going up here. Might as well get the photo trophy out of the way. Okay, it is. New Orleans Dome and Panorama. Might have been a better shot, but oh well. Like they just call it New Orleans Dome. I would not be surprised if there was a license to calling it the Superdome. Or maybe it's not even called that anymore, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if that's changed, but oh well. It's been a heck of a day. Busy, busy, busy. Okay, we're making good progress on time. This will be our third job. As we're about to hit an hour. Got about 45 more minutes. Oh. I always mix that up. Not really sure if I'm supposed to be on the left or the right side. This makes sense. We don't have anything like this in Ohio. Like this whole setup. It's pretty common in Euro Truck Simulator, various places, but we don't have anything like this that I've seen. Alright, 4 more miles. Again, I thought we had another thing here, but we don't. Now, here we go. Turn lane. Maybe that's not a turn lane, like I thought it was. Why is there that huge amount of space? Didn't seem like a bike lane or anything. Ooh, there's an IHOP. Coca-Cola. We found a Peterbilt truck dealer. Great. The other side of the tracks. There's a train over in Winterland. That's cool. Cool part of that. Oh, what are we looking at here? Oh, it's down here. Yep. Good job. Slam right into it. That's good enough. Who needs to be careful? Okay, now I need to set a waypoint. All the way down here by Fort Forshon. Homa. This is interesting road layout where it's kind of circular. One up here where we were at. Yeah, that's where we came out of. Let's go to a different one. There's two of these. Huh. Not many like that. Where's Tyson plant? Must be weird, but I'm not seeing a ton of variety over here. There's that one, which I don't really want to drive around the same thing here. Okay. Then we'll go down here. We're at 35.91. I wouldn't be surprised if we get to 36, but might be more like a 9.5, 9.6. Okay. 119 miles. Let's see if this one counts on our Louisiana event thing. As Coca-Cola plant, it looks like. Alright, we're clear. AutoNation with their cars. Yeah, so they're gonna have actual licensed cars for that road trip expansion they're putting out, which is exciting. I think they've said Ford they have already. I forget who else they might have. All right. I want to stay over on the right, and we'll get our way out of here. Oh, train's coming. We just missed it. The only real problem with this game is the tiredness aspect of it. There is sort of a limit to how much I can play this game. Because then I just start zoning out, and I'll be honest, I'm doing a little bit of that now. I am IRL tired. So this gonna be a fun test. I should be alright. But I have noticed I've zoned it out a little bit. If you see me almost crashing here and there, slowly reacting to green lights and whatnot, that is me kind of zoning out a little bit. Here's why you shouldn't drive tired, because it's real dangerous. Oof. I wanted to check something on my phone. Also, all the distractions are just like they are in a car. It's like, oh, you should be looking at your phone. It's like, oh yeah, no, that's absolutely true. Shouldn't be doing what I'm gonna try to do. All right, we're okay. What was I gonna look up? I was gonna, yeah, just check something real quick. Should hopefully not be too big of a deal. Okay. Wondering about a work thing. All right, almost to 100 miles left. All right. Ugh, apologies. Um, you're about to hit a light. Slow down, anyways. Oh, dog. I might like this ambient noise thing. I usually don't. I have the engine noises down because trucks are very loud. If you do not know any of that, oh, you jerk! There's this truck on my right trying to steal my job. Like I'm going to Winterland too. That truck got the hell out of there. No. I need to do some cleanup around here. Some good old fashioned holiday cleaning, Christmas cleaning. I got a little mess here. Nothing too terrible, but definitely would like to have some crap taken out of here so I can feel a little better. The weather's just kind of made me a little less not about enthusiastic, but a little less up on that, keeping up on the on tidying up around here. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, new stuff like Vince Zampella passed away. That seems like the big news of the moment, and boy, that was awful to hear. seemed to be speeding in his Ferrari or whatever kind of sports car he had, coming out of a tunnel in SoCal, like on a maybe like a mountainous area or some sort of treacherous thing, some infamous tunnel that has like a sharp turn shortly after the exit of the tunnel, which doesn't seem like a thing you'd want to have for that, but he ended up going too fast and crashed. The passenger got ejected, and at least survived for a bit longer until like passed away on the way to the hospital. But didn't seem to get trapped in the car as it caught fire. Awful way to go. So yeah, respects out to the friends and family and coworkers. Seem like everything I've read was a great person to get to know and all that. Oh, truck backing up. What's happened to this game? One, I don't know why that truck stopped, why it backed up, but okay. Okay. Yeah, awful news. A guy that had a heck of a legacy. Um, he's co-founder of Respawn, co-founder of Infinity Ward, dude that made Call of Duty, those first handful of Call of Duties, especially Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, and Modern Warfare 2, games that kind of took over the market essentially. Um, Changed what multiplayer, like the standard for multiplayer, is feature wise. Just things like the general account level RPG, unlocking of stuff for multiplayer games from what was before that, which would you would have like stat tracking and such, but you wouldn't really be obsessed about. You wouldn't be unlocking things by playing the game. And of course, that they got fired after or while working on Call of Duty 3. I don't know if there were more than him and his buddy that were running the studio got fired, but definitely something went on there. They got denied bonuses and sued Activision while they were forming Respawn, and that whole thing, yeah. I think there were more people that got denied bonuses. Because I remember reading that a number of people got settlements from them, but him and is it West? Jason West? Some I forget what the other guy was. They got big settlements. I don't know if they got paid more than their bonuses, or I think it just said tens of millions. I think it was like a $38 million bonus they were supposed to get. And yeah, founded Respawn with a lot of the same people. Made Titanfall and Titanfall 2 and then Apex Legends. And Vince graduated to being more of an EA exec and spearheading the team that was working on Battlefield 6. This is a neat like bridge type thing. Because like it's dipping down and going up on it, and I'm sure there's reasons for that, but it's interesting. We can't even drive on this side, this part. Where's that going? You guys turn it. I want to see what. Okay, that's going off to a different area. Yeah, like we're still in the middle of the state, the land part of the state, and we got water all over the place, the bay, and all that. But yeah, sold Respawn to EA. Probably made a good chunk of money off of that. They sold Infinity Ward to Activision. Made a good chunk of money off of that, so he had plenty of expensive cars and such. At least that money will go to, his wife and kids. I think all the kids are grown at this point, so skipping through, no time to stop. No laws against going through stop signs. Just red lights. This is Port Fourchon. It's a nice looking place. I can see why it's called a port. Dipping down to the 30s, so if you're seeing some, it's not stuttering, it's just slower frame rate stuff. That's what you got. Oh, going over to Winterland and see where we need to go. No, we did. That's right. We already did that. I think Snowy Peak is the one we picked. It's not great that it doesn't show it here. North Star, that's right. It's the post office, I believe. Yeah, there's this little area to drive around in. I think we'll have time for one more job. Oh, there's another car behind us. See it on my side views. But yeah, like Vince had a hell of a legacy. Um, Mostly good, mostly good. But creating that Call of Duty monster that kind of dominated the industry in a way that's maybe not 100% great, especially now that they're owned by Microsoft and are doing a lot of obvious AI arts crap in the game. Quite a crowd behind us. Um, I could probably cut through. I think this is the lake. I'm not going to. Had a had a huge effect. Him and his team at Infinity Ward changed what people expect out of multiplayer games, for good and bad. Kind of set up template for what every live service game does at this point. The battle passes, that's Valve, that's Dota 2, I believe, is the first game with a battle pass kind of thing. The seasonal kind of stuff like that. Could be wrong on that, but that's the earliest example I can recall people talking about seasonal battle passes and all that kind of stuff. But the Call of Duty monster changed a lot of what the first-person shooter genre did. In a bigger way than, like GoldenEye had an effect on the genre on consoles, to Halo and all that. I mean, Battlefield has changed a lot from those early console editions of it to what it is now, that is more Call of Duty like than it was previously. Yeah, we're still gonna stay. Oh yeah, this is gonna be. I definitely have a better truck for this. Yeah, you can go drive on that lake over there. That lake is frozen, even though it looks like it's water. Maybe we'll cut across it after this. Yeah, there's a little video there showing a couple areas around here. But yeah, heck of a legacy for Vince. Awful way to go. And he was driving recklessly and all that too. So yeah, not great all around for a way to go. But I don't think anybody deserves to burn to death in their car. Not for what they're doing. Maybe we'll find out more. Like if there was drinking and driving, I would assume not, but never know. That kind of stuff. There's supposed videos out there. I'm not gonna look at any of that. I don't want to see any of that. Why isn't it that loud over here? Maybe that wasn't the right thing here, huh? Alright, fine. Nope, still? Okay. Then neither of those affect it. This one's one of the tougher ones to get. First try. There we go. That should be good. There we go. Great. 2 areas done for the winter events. 180 miles. There we go. Louisiana got progress there. Wait. There we go. Let's see. This is not going to be much, but that one's a little more. And more New Orleans. I'd like to go to a new city. We have one, so that's good. Okay, well, we'll go to Lake Charles. Christmas markets are north. Well, we'll go to North Star because we're already here. I don't want to drive a ton. We'll go to the Coca-Cola place in Lake Charles. Where is it at? So I should pay attention. That's far back. See it all the way back there. Ooh, look at that big delivery truck. And none of those were the solution. CB radio. Traffic volume, but that's vehicles. Maybe that's... That just might be what it's set at. Okay. Need to pick a portal to go to this same one we were at before. We'll go on the lake. You can see that it's okay down there. Real good environment design here. Oh, they got a boat hanging out up there. I can't go out into the lake. Alright, time to go out in the lake. It's frozen. Like, this is one of the coolest parts of this map. You can drive on the frozen lake is really awesome. Got this going on here. Okay, yeah, it's getting nighttime now, which is when the city really starts shining because the lights come on and all that, and it looks real nice. There's a Christmas tree over here. Yeah, look at that. But there's a big skating, or yeah, ice skating rink area that's set up, but won't see it today. They get the like sound of the crunching snow. Really nice. All right. We'll visit Fort Charles and then probably call it. It's been a pretty good stream. It's running pretty smoothly. Like Winterland here is running almost like a locked, not 100% locked, but it's almost like a locked 60. There's really cool stuff here on this map. This guy picked the wrong place to sit. Ooh, we got it. Just past him. Alright, great. see. What else was news-wise? Hitman, or not Hitman, 007 First Light got delayed. I think it was March 27th. Now it's May 27th, which is a shame. I'm still excited for it. 2 months is nothing, but we literally just did a podcast talking about upcoming releases. Talked about being excited for that to it getting delayed the next day or two. Like, oh boy, Kroger, those are illegal in Ohio now. There's plenty of Krogers in Ohio, just not in Northeast Ohio. They pulled out because they didn't want to deal with the grocery store union. Sold all the buildings and land. They just said, screw this, we're done. So yeah, there's none up here. There's other brands and all that, but no Kroger's. Oh my. Okay, there we go. How much were the like crosswalk lights that here in Ohio we have a bunch of those. Injured, call David. Oh yeah, call David. See what he wants to see if we can help you out over there. Subway. What else is around here? There's GameStops. Those kind of get filled in. Oh jeez. Ah, you're fine. Here's 900 bucks. That'll solve all your problems. They never charge more than that. That's my ticket. I don't have insurance. I'm self-paid. I pay for all my issues. Now I have insurance technically. All right. Coca-Cola. Here we go. I like the juxtaposition of this Coca-Cola plant and the 99-cent store. 99-cent only. Oh jeez, I missed it. Taking a very, very wide turn. There we go. Should be all right. I say as I train cutting through. All right, now we're good. Yeah, trains are never as long as they actually are. Granted, I don't know that you want ones that are like a mile or two long. I don't think anybody needs that. Ugh. We got a little extra time here. Maybe I'll just... No, I'm not gonna drive around. Alright, we got 2 of the 5 depots, 4 of the 15 deliveries, and 1 in cruising Louisiana. Conveniently north, or New Orleans. So, yeah, how are we doing on... Alright, we're at 36.02%, so... Yeah, gonna end a little early here, unfortunately. Just know there's nothing I can do to really just take up 10 minutes. Unless I take like a really stupid job, short job. It's possible. There's probably some that are within the same town. Yeah. But I'm not going to. I like to go get some dinner and whatnot. $400,000 I have right now. That's great. Yeah, they have a nice thing here. You can see the I didn't know that's what clicking that did. Shows you here's like the local regulations. So here's 30-mile-an-hour limit in the city, 55 local roads near here at least. But yeah, that is Louisiana DLC. We went to a few of these cities: Port Fourchon, New Orleans, Lake Charles, and Shreveport. Still Baton Rouge, Lafayette, DeRidder, Alexandria, Natchitoches. I'm not from there, so I don't always know the pronunciations. And Monroe. Yeah, University of Louisiana at Monroe, ULM. They have a ULL, University of Louisiana Lafayette. Baton Rouge is where LSU is at, so their stadium is probably somewhere here. Oh, apologies. Been a long day. So it's time for me to get out of here because when I start yawning a lot, that means it's time to go. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a good rest of your week if you did not return. Happy holidays for those that celebrate. Have a good one, and we'll be back next time. Bye-bye.